yoga flow class for you today. We're going to be using blocks, so if you have them, great. If not, you can use books, you can use cans of soup. We're going to get right into it, starting with Surya Namaskar A, our sun salutation A, to start warming up the body right away. So coming up to the top of your mat, toes are touching, heels are slightly apart, and just feel that grounding in all four corners of your feet. Palms are open to face me. If you want, you can close your eyes right here, taking a deep breath in through your nose and out of your mouth. Letting go of any tension, any stress in the shoulders, the neck. Inhaling again and exhaling. Inhaling one more time and exhale. And then as you float the arms up, take an inhale, palms to touch at the top. Exhale, folding forward. You're in your Uttanasana. So if you have your blocks here or whatever supported props that you have, I want you to press your hands firmly in to those blocks. Maybe it's the floor for you. No air between your palms and the mat. And I want you to take a big breath in right here. Relax your head and neck. And exhale. Next time you inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise all the way back up, palms to touch. And then exhale, forward fold. We're going to start moving here. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, pressing your palms. You're going to step your right foot back. And then you're going to step your left foot back. You're in a plank. So you're on your blocks or you're on your books. And I want you to just engage your core right here. That Uddiyana Bandha, it's going to come in and up. So belly button to spine. So you're not sinking into your lower back. From here, we're going to move in through our chaturanga. So I want you to come up onto your toes. The shoulders are shifting forward of your wrists. You're going to bend those elbows nice and tight. And then you're going to scoop through into your Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, your upward facing dog. Looking up, inhaling here. And then exhaling, rounding through into your downward facing dog, pressing back into your heels. All four corners of your palms are on the floor or your blocks. Inhaling and exhaling here. Relaxing the head and neck. And I want you to turn your toes just slightly inwards, just slightly, to open up that sacrum and release any pressure that might be in the lower back. One more breath here. And then as you exhale, bend your knees, walk, hop, or step forward to the front of your mat. And forward fold into your Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lifting the arms up. Palms to press. And then exhale, palms to the center of your heart. Opening back up into your Tadasana. Collarbones are wide. Grounding through all four corners of your feet. Taking a deep inhale, lifting the arms up. And exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Palms press, no air between your palms and the block. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Your left foot goes back. Your right foot goes back. You're in your plank. Pulling in through those abs. Shifting forward into your chaturanga. Inhaling up into your Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And then exhaling, lifting the hips, rolling over those feet. You're in your Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling and exhaling here. Shoulders are away from the ears. You're pressing into your palms. Those toes are slightly turned in and the heels are slightly turned out. Breathing in and out through your nose. And on your next exhale, bending your knees, walking or hopping to the front of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, lifting the arms all the way up, palms to touch. Exhaling, bringing them to the center of your heart. And then opening those palms up. You're in your Tadasana. Grounding again here. Just feeling where you are in space. Breathing in and out through your nose. Inhaling one more time, lifting those arms all the way up, palms to touch. Folding forward. Uttanasana. Hands frame your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bringing that right foot back, left foot back. Move through your chaturanga, following your breath, your own pace here. Once you're in your downward dog, pedal out your feet. So bending your right knee, bending your left knee. And then lifting those hips up, bending the knees nice and deep, lift the hips, and then extend those legs. So get a little more height. And on your next exhale, walk or hop to the top of your mat, folding forward. Inhale, lifting the arms all the way up. This time as you exhale, you're coming into your Utkatasana, your chair pose. So for me, my shoulders are super tight, so I can't get them alongside my ears. So I keep them right here at shoulder height. You can bring them into prayer if you want. You can bring them down to your sides, whatever feels good in your body. Holding here, sending those hips back, pulling the abs in, pressing into the heels. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Forward fold. Relax your head. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms press. Left foot goes back. Right foot goes back. Chaturanga, following your own breath. Once you're in that downward dog, pedal out those feet. I want you to take that left leg, lift it up towards the sky, keeping the hip points down. Inhale. Exhale, bring the knee to your nose. Inhale, exhale, bring that leg back. Inhale and exhale, knee to nose. You're going to take that left foot, step it forward between your hands, coming up into a high lunge. If you don't want to be in a high lunge, drop that knee back. You're in your crescent lunge. Breathing here. Bringing the palms together, center of your heart. Take a breath here. And then start to just lean your torso forward. Lift up the back knee if that's available to you. And we're going to go ahead and take a twist over the knee. So elbow comes to the outside of that front knee. Back leg is strong and straight. You're pressing into your palms. Breathing here. 2 more breaths. Pulling those abs in so you can go a little deeper into that twist. And then releasing, untwisting, bringing the hands back down to frame your front foot, pressing into the ball of the back foot, lifting that front foot up. You're not dragging it back across the mat, and you're in your plank. So you really need to engage your core to do that. Let's move through a chaturanga here. Forward, bending at the elbows, scooping through. And exhale back into your downward facing dog. Breathing here. One more breath. Lifting that right leg all the way up. Exhaling, knee to nose. Inhaling back into your three-legged dog. Exhaling, knee to nose. Back into that three-legged dog. And on your next exhale, that knee comes forward, the foot comes between your hands. You're in your high lunge, or you're on that back knee, and you're in your Anjaneyasana. Breathing here, 3 breaths. Palms to touch, bringing them to the center of your heart. You're gonna, lean forward from your torso, twisting over, hooking the elbow outside that front knee. If you'd like to come up on that back knee, off of that back knee, straighten out the back leg, and you're twisting in your high lunge. 3 breaths here, nice and steady, pressing through all 4 corners of that front foot, engaging the quad of the back leg so that leg is straight and strong. Coming out of that twist, exhaling the hands back down to frame the front foot. Inhaling and exhaling, lifting that foot up and back. You're in your plank, shifting your weight back into a downward dog. Inhaling and exhaling through your nose here. On your next exhale, walk or hop your feet to the front of your mat. Fold forward over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhaling and exhaling here. Inhaling, bringing your arms all the way up to stand. Urdhva Hastasana, palms to touch, bringing them down to the center of your heart. And then opening up into your Tadasana. Collarbones are open, shoulders are down, feeling that breath coming all the way up to your lungs, filling up your belly. And sigh it out. And again, inhale. One more time, inhale. And then inhaling those arms back up overhead, pressing the palms together, folding forward from your waist, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, pressing into the palms. Left foot goes back, right foot goes back. We're moving through a chaturanga here on your breath. Once you're in that downward dog, pedal out your feet. They should start to feel much more open now. The hamstrings, the calves, the hips. Pressing back. Lifting that left leg up. This time you're going to bend the knee and open up the hip. Keep pressing into that left hand so you feel a stretch all along your side body. Those transverse abs, the psoas. Breathing in and out through your nose. And then on your next exhale, you're going to bring that knee to your tricep and then back into a 3-legged dog. And then knee to nose. Back into a 3-legged dog. And then knee to opposite tricep or elbow or wrist, wherever it goes. And exhale back into your 3-legged dog. And then bring that foot back down to the floor. You're back in your downward facing dog. Breathing here. Lifting that right leg up. Opening up the hip, bending the knee. Pressing into the right hand. And pressing the heel of your left foot down. It's going to want to lift up. Breathing here. On your next exhale, you're going to take that knee, bring it to the outside of your elbow, your tricep, and then back to your 3-legged dog. And then exhale, bring it knee to nose. Inhale, back to your three-legged dog. And exhale, bring it across. And back to your three-legged dog. And then back down to meet the left foot in your downward facing dog. Breathing in and out through your nose right here. Bend your knees on your next exhale. Feet to the front of the mat, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhaling, coming into your chair pose. One more breath here. And then inhale, standing all the way up, releasing the arms down at your sides, bringing them into prayer center of your heart. Inhaling, arms coming up, palms to touch. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Pressing back into your palms. Right foot goes back, left foot goes back, moving through Chaturanga. Following your breath. We're going to lift that left leg up. And then exhale, knee to nose. Back to your three-legged dog. Knee to nose. Back to your three-legged dog. Next time that knee comes in, the foot plants in between the hands. You're going to turn the heel of the back foot down. We're going to come up into a warrior two. So your front heel should be in line with your back arch. Your shoulders are in line with each other, and you're looking over your front fingertips, making sure the knee and the ankle are lined up, pressing through the outer edge of your back foot, as well as all four corners of the front foot. Shoulders are away from the ears. You're breathing here, in and out through your nose. We're going to flip that front palm, reverse the warrior, reaching back, letting that back hand just slide down the back leg. You're still strong in both legs here, front knees still bending, and you're breathing here. Coming back into that warrior two, we're going to move into Trikonasana. So you're going to start to straighten the front knee. You're going to shift those hips back. And then as you come forward, I want you to drop that front hand down, either knee, shin, floor, or a block. This is where our blocks come in, bringing the earth a little closer to us. And then you're going to take your right hand, lifting it up. So shoulders are stacked, one over the other. Front leg is straight. Both feet are grounding into the floor. Your abs are pulling in. Super active in your core. Breathing here, either looking up or looking down at your foot. I prefer to look down. One more breath. Coming back up into that warrior two, bending the front knee, nice and strong right here. And then cartwheeling those hands back to frame the front foot. Hands are on your blocks. You're coming up onto the ball of the back foot. You're going to take that front foot and scooch it back to meet your opposite leg. So you're in a plank right here. Optional Chaturanga. Your breath. We're back in that downward facing dog. You're going to lift the right leg up. And then knee to nose, exhale. Extend into that three-legged dog. Knee to nose. Three-legged dog. Next time that knee comes in, the foot is going to plant between the hands. You're in your low lunge. turning the heel of the back foot down, and then rotating those arms up, circling them around into your warrior two. Outer edge of the back foot is strong, heel of the front foot is strong. You're bending in that front knee so it's directly over the ankle. If it's not, you can move your foot back or forward wherever it needs to go. Pulling in from your abs, making sure the knee isn't turning in or falling out to the side. Just check your alignment there to protect your knees. Inhaling and exhaling, looking over the front fingertips. Shoulders are down. Take a look at your back arm. Make sure it's not up or down. It's just in line with the front arm. And then flipping that front palm, reaching back, reverse warrior. Keep bending through the front knee, letting that left hand just slide down the back leg. Both feet are strong and stable here. Coming back into that warrior two, straightening the front leg, moving into that triangle pose, that trikonasana. So shifting the right hip back and the left arm forward. Start to rotate that front arm down to a block. And the left arm comes up. You're in your triangle pose. Breathing here. Looking down to your foot or up at your hand. If you have any issues in your neck, I suggest you look down at the floor. One more breath. And come back up into that warrior two, bending through the front knee. And then cartwheel the hands to frame the front foot, coming on the ball of the back foot, engaging the core, lifting that right foot up, and bringing it back to meet the left foot. You're in your plank, optional chaturanga here. If not, meet in downward dog. Three breaths. And then coming down to your knees. Knees are wide, toes are touching. You can move your blocks out of the way. And you're coming into an extended child's pose. So arms coming out in front of you, fingers are spread. You're pressing into your palms to push your hips back. Your forehead is on the floor, maybe it's on a block. Here's another place we can use a block. Just listen to your body. Wherever you need that support, grab it. You're going to start to walk your hands over to the right, and you may even want to take that left hand and bring it on top of the right, the left palm. As you do that, keep pressing into the left hip. So you feel a really strong stretch all along that serratus anterior. Keep pressing that hip back. And breathe. Nice and deep. Start to walk the hands back through center and then over to that left side, taking the right palm on top of the left hand, pressing that right hip back, breathing here. Feeling those intercostal muscles opening up. And walking the hands back through center, pressing into your palms, sending those hips back. And then start to shift your weight into a tabletop. So your hands are directly under your shoulders, your knees are directly under your hips, fingers are spread wide, pressing into your inner palms, taking a breath here. Feeling how your body is on the mat, And then slowly I want you to inhale, start to arch your back and look up. So you're drawing the shoulders down and away from the ears. Scapula is going down your back as you look up. And then you're gonna exhale, pressing into your palms, lifting the tailbone, tucking the tailbone, and exhaling here, rounding your back into your cat. And then following your breath there. So on your own breath, inhaling cow and exhaling cat. We're gonna do a few rounds like this. And then coming into a flat back, you're gonna take your left arm, reach it all the way up towards the ceiling, and then you're gonna thread it through as you exhale, threading it through and letting your left cheek rest on the mat, walking the fingertips of your right hand forward. You're threading the needle right here. So feeling an opening in the shoulder, relaxing the muscles in the face. One more breath here. Start to walk those right fingertips back, pressing into that palm and inhaling, lifting the arm back up, and then you're back in your tabletop. Other side, inhaling that right arm up, exhaling it, threading it through, dropping your cheek down to the mat, walking those left fingertips forward, breathing here. One more breath. Start to walk those fingers back, pressing into the palm, lifting that right arm back up, and you're back in your tabletop. I want you to take your fingers, point them either out to the sides or towards your body if that's available to you. Very gently, we're gonna make some circles with our hips. You should feel this pretty strongly in the forearms, in those extensors, and then circle the other direction. And then just slowly rocking forward and back. The heels of your hands might come off the floor a little bit, that's okay. And then slowly bring your fingers back to point forward and rock forward and back right here. Getting a little more on the tops of the forearms now. So we're really hitting the extensors and the flexors of your forearms. A lot of texting, a lot of computer work gets them really tight. Good, and then you're gonna come back to sit, maybe on a block, maybe just on your heels. So if you're on a block, your ankles are squeezing that block and you're just sitting nice and tall. Tailbone is grounding and the crown of your head is lifting up. You're gonna take your palms either up to receive positive energy or down to feel grounded. And we're just gonna take a few deep breaths right here, in through the nose and holding for 3 counts. And exhaling. And again, inhale, really filling up your belly. And exhaling. One more time, inhaling. And exhaling. You're gonna flip your palms up. Inhale, Reach them all the way up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, just draw the shoulders down away from the ears. You're gonna take that left hand, start to reach it down towards the floor. Maybe you use a block for this. And you're gonna reach up and over with that right arm. So just maybe looking to the inside of the elbow or looking down at the floor. Inhale, palms come to touch, and then exhale, other side, reaching that left arm up and then over. Looking to the inside of the elbow or looking down at the floor. And inhaling, both hands up, palms to touch. Exhale, bringing those hands down to the center of your heart. Take one breath here. And exhale. Coming back into your tabletop, you can take that block away. And then pressing into your hands, just moving them a little bit forward of your shoulders. You're coming back into your downward dog just for a moment. Inhale and exhale. We're going to take that left leg, reach it all the way up. We're going to come into a pigeon here. So you're going to take the left knee and you're going to bring it to the outside of the wrist or in line with the wrist of that left hand. And the ankle is going to be in line with your right wrist. So the back leg is straight. It's in line with your body. So it's in the midline. And you can come up onto your fingertips. You can come onto blocks here. This is a good place for blocks. You may want to put a block underneath your hip or your glute if that feels really tight and it's coming up off the floor a lot. And then if you feel like it's available to you, you can start to bend the elbows and bring the forearms to the floor. This is a really deep hip opener, piriformis. Breathing here. See what you have. If you want to go deeper, you can extend the arms all the way out. Drop the forehead to the floor. Breathing here. And then slowly starting to walk the hands over to the right. And keep pressing into that left hip. Try not to grip or hold the glutes or the hip flexors. Breathing, sending your breath to any tightness. And then slowly start to walk over to the other side. So you're over that bent knee. This can be really intense. So if you want to come up onto your fingertips or your forearms, go ahead and do that. And then slowly start to walk your hands back to center, coming back onto your fingertips. Take that block out if you're using it. Press into your palms, tuck your back toes, and start to press into your hands to send that leg back into a down dog. Pedal out your feet, maybe move your hips side to side, whatever feels good there. And we are going to do the other side. So pressing back first and then lifting that leg up, the right leg up, and then sending that knee over to the right wrist and the ankle to the left wrist. And again, you can stay on your fingertips here. Make sure that back leg is in the midline. So the foot is in line with the ankle, ankle is in line with the hip. And then if you want to, you can start to walk your arms down, coming onto your forearms, maybe coming onto your forehead. You might notice a difference from one side to the other. It's totally normal. And start to walk your hands over to the left. Keep sinking into that right hip. And then start to walk the hands over the bent knee. Again, see what you have here. Send your breath to any tight spots. And then walk your hands back to center. Start to walk your fingers back towards your body, pressing into your palms, tucking those back toes, and pressing into the hands, lifting that leg back into a downward dog. I have a few dogs of my own right here that want to play. And then come down to your knees, child's pose. Knees are wide, toes touch, forehead to the floor. You can relax your arms here. This doesn't have to be an active child's pose, just a rest. And then start to walk your hands back to your feet, to your knees rather, and come onto your butt, sitting with your legs straight out in front of you, Dandasana. So feet are flexed, hands are alongside your hips. You're pulling in your abs here. Crown of your head is reaching towards the ceiling. And take a deep breath in right here. And exhale, start to walk your fingers forward. See what you have available here. If your hamstrings are super tight, start to bend the knees and then just fold forward. So I want you to start by leading with your chest. And then when that gets to be a little too much, you can round into that lower back and drop your chin to your chest. And just make this a relaxing pose, somewhat relaxing pose. And then start to walk the fingers back. And you're gonna come into Baddha Konasana, so bound angle right here. So just soles of your feet are together and you are grabbing onto your ankles, sitting up nice and tall. And then rounding and folding forward, dropping your head, maybe pressing your elbows into your knees, insides of your knees, opening up those hips. And breathing here. And then slowly start to break that pose. Take your hands to the outsides of your knees, bring them together, and then gently, slowly come onto your back. And relax your head, your neck, your shoulders. We're coming into our Shavasana. So feet are just falling out to the sides, palms are up, and your body's just melting into the floor. Closing your eyes here. It's very relaxing with these dogs, isn't it? And just let your breath be natural. And I'm just going to let you go peacefully into your Shavasana. Just taking some time for yourself right here. And I'll just let you drift into that peaceful feeling so you don't have to listen to the dogs. Namaste.